What's up, y'all? Just coming back with another video. And just lately conversation. Just want to get on the subject about us as grown people taking accountability for our mistakes. Like, I was like, the things that I done and could have done differently as I got into the adult era and even the independent era. When I went through the first relationship, went through the first marriage at such a young age, so the accountability, back then was all about, let's get this, had the house, had this. But now when you find yourself on a second part, you take accountability for a lot of things that you can probably change, maybe like your attitude adjustment, maybe your decision and making sure that you're making the right choices. And that goes for me, not directly to nobody else. That goes for me. The right choices, like with the getting your credit together, the wanting the best career, wanting to start your businesses, wanting to, but taking accountability of things that you could have did differently. Speaking on that is meaning. Okay, back then I probably wouldn't have gotten married. Maybe I probably would have been still single. But the accountability on my part was depending on people. In life, I've learned, with my first experience and even like with this, sometimes you have to take accountability for your actions, for your plans, for your whatever. But you can depend on your significant other. Let's just go there. You can depend on your significant other because they're gonna do their part. If they real men, they're gonna do just that. They're gonna do it. But my suggestion to everybody is this. You can depend on your significant other, okay? But you also make sure you handle yours. So therefore, if anything was to go down and said that person decides, okay, no, I don't want to be, in a relationship or whatever, or I don't want to, this and that, or if they decide to, and I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm just saying in instances, in some cases that does, in fact, go down that way. But the main thing is you're making preparations for, if it does, then you like, okay, well, if that's what it is, then I already got mine already where it needs to be, and, so I'm pretty much covered. And the long story short, just to say, is meaning this. I don't care if you're a man, if you're a woman, I don't care, whatever the significant other, I don't care what it, like, even what it is, like, who you're in a relationship with, it doesn't matter. But understand that even though you're in a relationship with that person, and it's not, nothing, that I have any, like, going on anything. I'm just saying word to the wise because I've seen so many, like, strong women, bro. Like, strong women get comfortable in situations, and they be thinking, okay, this and this and that and the third, and they be thinking everything is good, like the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Okay, yeah, in cases, yeah. But understand that people have this type of mindset that whenever they want to not, do or not be there or whatever, you make sure you got yours covered. Because I've seen so many, like even like my friends and stuff like that, I've seen so many who have been like together for, oh my God, don't do nothing crazy. Please don't do nothing crazy because I don't have time to play with y'all with this weather and this rain. But just have your I's dotted and your T's crossed. Because I've seen so many, like even like people that be like in my surroundings, like my friends, And even like some people like in family. When you get comfortable, I've learned basically being in a marriage the first time, and I was so young, like 20, 21. I've learned, because guess what? My ex-husband taught me. He taught me that you in life, you can feel comfortable. Yeah, you want to be a housewife, you want to be a house husband, whatever. What I'm saying is, even with that going on, make sure you have something on the back burner, because you're gonna be prepared for if something go down and you ain't feeling it, you ain't liking it. You know, okay, well, I ain't worried about that. Okay, I saw that bullet coming. Boom. That's how you gotta live. And even though I'm secure in my relationship, I still think that way, because you know why? Before I got married at 21, I was already independent. I was already thinking independent, because I had made sure I wasn't gonna let nobody dictate what I do. I wasn't gonna let nobody dictate nothing. You weren't gonna run my money. You weren't gonna do nothing. So therefore, even when me and my ex-husband was together, okay, when we were together, and he's deceased now, may he rest in peace. It's like when we fell off, we fell off. There wasn't no back and forth and bickering. He went his way, I went my way, and I was chill. I wasn't worried about a thing. He was still bouncing from this one to the next one, to this one, to the next one, to this one, to the next one. And I was still, once we separated, I was living mine. I was doing me, because I figured, okay, I was like, dude, wow, he hurried up and when he got him one. But I was chilling, because at that time, I won't even think about it. My focus was on working and getting this money. And I did just that. I got this money, and I got me an apartment, and I kept my car, and I kept paying insurance and everything that a woman had to do 10 toes down. Regardless of what he done, I did it. And if push come to shove, I would do it again. And I'm not saying that it will get like that, because everything's great, so I don't need to go there. There's no worries. But even with the no worries, you still have to live in your life that worry, that think that there are worries. Don't get comfortable in your mind, in your mental, because you yearn for that person, or you love that person, or you really want to down by be that person. Because at the end of the day, just like, even thinking, like, even with me and my ex-husband, okay, push kind of shove, even though he done what he did, yeah, we possibly could have worked things out. We probably could have went through the counseling and all that and whatever. But when you get to a certain point in your life that you already kind of feel like, okay, well, maybe this is, maybe I was too hasty. But maybe I should have listened to everybody in the beginning. Like, marriage is too soon for you. Take your time, fall back. Wait for God to send you that special one. That's what you have to do. Those are the choices that we make. Sometimes we're not going to get that person that we should or yearn, because a lot of times, guess what we do? We go for the first thing that we feel like we need to be with. We go for the looks. We go for the whatever. If he's saying some sweet things and he says some sweet nothings and we vibing, oh yeah, it is what it is. But what I'm saying is, I've learned in life, and I'm giving you a testimony, take it how you want. I've learned in life, don't get too comfortable. Even if you got a secure relationship, still, no. As a woman, as women, we always have to be on guard, because you never know. Things change so fast and so rapidly. You in love today, you're on outs tomorrow. You're heavily in love today. You all love each other, sucking each other's neck and all that. Then there'll come a time where you look at each other like you hate each other's guts. It happens. I've seen it. I've got friends that, they, got so much going on. And I'm always rooting for them, because, hey, I know one thing about it. Because I was so young and had my experience, that makes me put my guard up all the time. Not saying there's nothing going on. But I'm always watching because I'm watching how you move. Because if you get ready to start, if you get ready to pop out with something, guess what? I'm already on the side burner. I'm moving in silence. I'm doing it in silence. You mapping it out. You getting it together. You got it done. So that if the deal do go sideways, the deal do go left, right, whatever, you already covered because you got it straight. You know, take it from me, a person who started off young, who got married young. And thank God, praise God, that no kids came into the presence, because that probably would have made it a little harder. Because we all know that when kids come into the presence, it's a little deeper than that. Because it's about those children. It's about how those children feel. It's about the hurt that them children feel deep inside their heart. But unfortunately, for medical reasons, the children never got made. You know, maybe things happen for a reason. And I look at that too. God didn't intend for me to have that pressure. It could be from health reasons. Maybe my body couldn't withstand having kids in the womb. So I'm starting to look at things as I sit down and I think. Like I say, taking responsibility and accountability for your actions. I am learning to take responsibility and accountability for my attitude. I'm learning to take accountability for my moves, how I'm going about things. I think first before I do. I think first before I react. I think first before I make a step. Because then I'm checking to make sure, okay, is she moving right? Is she doing this right? Wait a minute, God, hold on. Am I doing it right? Please tell me if I'm doing it right, God. Please tell me if this is the right choice. Please tell me if it's against your will. Please tell me, God. Because one thing about me, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to pray to God. I'm not ashamed to talk to God. I'm not ashamed to even, you know, I like talking to like people that's like older, because I find out that people that are like seniors, elderly, like they seen all of this type of stuff that we go through in life. They seen it before. That's why they were able to tell us about things, because why? They seen it before. You know, that's when I remember when I used to volunteer for this senior. I was in college there, but I used to volunteer for the senior like daycare. And there was this lady, and she was such a sweetheart. And she was, I think, almost 100 years old. And she suffered from dementia. And she suffered from dementia. And I think she had a daughter. Oh, sorry, y'all. I think she had a daughter. I'm sorry, my phone will flip all the way. I'm sorry, y'all. And I got the scripture, so y'all please forgive me. And I hope YouTube don't give me for that sound in the background. YouTube, I'm sorry. I own no copyrights to the gospel music, but that's a good thing, because it's spreading positivity and it's words of God, so that's not a bad thing. But yeah, but I'm just saying, you know, like, and I watched this video. This is why I'm talking now, because there was another content creator, but on a different platform. And this morning, what happened was, is I was doing my blogs, and I was doing, you know, what I do, you know, because y'all know your girl over here working. I'm trying to work, and I'm doing, what is it, responsible stuff. You know, I'm trying to, you know, grow as much as possible, you know, maneuver as much as possible, but with the assistance of God up above directing me each step of the way. But I watched her video, and I've watched a couple of videos before, but this one, it was something special about it. It was something very special about her video this morning. She was speaking on taking accountability and responsibility for her actions for her attitude, for her business, for her, you know, everything that was going on in her life. You know, like she was speaking on the things that she do, and she was almost like she was cleansing her mind through a testimony. She was cleansing her mind through a testimony, and she was just stating everything. You know, apparently, you know, you could tell that clearly she was going through something. You know, you could tell clearly that her mind was heavy. You know, you could tell clearly that, you know, she wanted everyone to, you know, it was her way of expressing to everyone how she felt about her life, about her job, about her business, about her family, about everything. And sometimes we do have to cleanse ourselves that way, y'all. You know, sometimes we have to cleanse because you're checking to make sure, okay, is this, you know, God, wait, am I doing this? But hold on, but God, if I'm not doing this, just pinch me and wake me up. Pinch me and wake me up and get me back on track, God. You know, because that's the reason why I pray to you. That's the reason why I pray to you. I pray to you for strength. And I pray to you for strength and peace. You know, I pray for you for humbleness. You know, so when I heard her video, you know, it kind of touched me. And, you know, so therefore, look. So I know it had to reach me, you know, but I always think like that anyway. But I think by me just hearing her, you know, by me just hearing her, it just was amazing, you know, because I've heard a lot of people, you know, do that before. They always speak, you know, when they know they're, you know, they have some things going on or whatever, you know, they keep it gully, you know, they keep it gully, they keep it respectful, they keep it there, you know, they keep it where it needs to be. So I was respectful that she was, you know, that way. I was respectful that she was sharing how she felt about things. You know, I think she even expressed that she had some problem with probably like substance abuse or whatever. But that's okay, because that means you can cleanse your mind. If you can speak it, that means you're speaking it. That means you're cleansing it. That means you're approaching what you think the problem is. And the main thing is this. The main thing is honesty. You have to be honest with yourself, number one. You have to be honest with yourself, number one. If you do know that this is what you have to got going on, playing the fake card is not going to do it. You have to take accountability and responsibility for your actions. And if you do that, oh man, you will feel so much better, because now you don't no longer have to hide. You don't no longer have to make excuses. You don't no longer have to do none of that. You know, that's how I had to do when I used to go to the store, get a 6-pack of beer. Every can I popped open, guess what I was doing? I was giving the people the money. I was breaking them off. Then when you start counting up those dollars on how much you was spending, when you start counting up those same dollars that you was giving the Korean man, the Chinese man, or whatever man, whatever grocery store, when you start counting on your finger how much money you were spending out, how many people you treated to a drink, how many freebies that you passed on, you know, and even when you stop drinking and all that, guess what? You're not gonna have those same friends. Those same friends is not gonna be there, because why? You're changed. You're in a different environment. You're different now. So those same people that you had in your space are not going to be in your space. They are most definitely not going to be in space, because why? You're not drinking no more. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not partying. You're not on that scene no more. You're chilling. You're living life in a beautiful place. And then, like I said, to speak it in existence, if you can speak it in existence, then you can sure enough be delivered. But you gotta want to change. You have to want to. Just like I had to want to not want to drink another beer. You know, I had to want to not. I had to prayed on it. You know, same thing for the cigarettes. Same thing here. You know, one thing out the other, but accountability and responsibility. If you can take the accountability and the responsibility for your attitude, for your temperament. And I'm starting to see that now that I readjusted a lot of things in my temperament, my attitude, because spazzed off, that won't nothing. I tell what? He would say I order, I would say I ate. Because nothing he would say will make no sense to me because I thought I knew everything. But see, I did that totally different with my ex-husband because guess what? I was younger. Now that I'm older, you know how you get older, you start thinking, you're smelling yourself, you're feeling yourself? Yeah, that one right there. When you're thinking you know everything, but then God always places something in your presence to make you see what the real is. And that's just my message for today. And like I say, what brought it on is, you know, like I said, I watched the young lady video and I was like, ooh, wow, that was touching. I mean, she didn't even get emotional. Like, she was just so strong and, you know, she was just straight to the point. And, I mean, very directly, straight up. And she spoke. You know, she spoke it right there. And she put it. She said she learned that she had to take accountability for her things that she had done in her life. And I was like, oh, wow. I was like, well, if she could do that, then no, Lord. Then God most definitely got her covered. God most definitely, oh, sorry, y'all done covered y'all up. Then God most definitely got her covered under his wing. God is going to make some changes in her life. Now, whatever she has done, or in the past, don't know her. This is not I watched the video, but I know whatever she's done, she's going to get cured from it. Because if you can speak that your accountability and your responsibility for your actions goes a long way. So that's why I'm learning. That every time that somebody says something, I don't need to react. That's why I'm learning that anything that goes on, I don't need to react. All right. So it's what it is. So yeah, drop that. Oh. So yeah, so take accountability and responsibility for your actions, y'all. It goes a long way. And I'm not preaching, I'm just barely talking, you know, just giving a testimony of my own. I'm learning to take my time. I'm learning to re-innovate things. I'm learning to check on things before I do things. I'm learning to grow. And I guess it's in a good way, you know. And thank God for my fiance. Thank God for him, you know, for being understanding that, you know, he got with somebody that was previously married before, went through changes and had to revamp some things. And we doing good. We've been together since 2003 and we still holding strong. He's a good support team system, you know, so I can't complain. You know, my family's good support team system. You know, I got friends, co-workers, everybody's good support team system.